Bitterness is defined as showing hurt or resentment due to unpleasant experiences. Bitter people are offended people. Just like offense, bitterness can be felt in the moment, but the question is, can we manage it? Or do we store it until it overfills our cups, causing chaos to spill everywhere? There is not one person who does not go through moments of bitterness, no matter how forgiving or nice or sweet they may be. In order to forgive, we need to be real with ourselves. Living in a fairyland and pretending that someone didn't hurt us is the surest way to self-destruct. A healthy way to walk in forgiveness is to acknowledge that we are bitter in that moment and address it, first to ourselves and then to the person that may have caused that bitterness, in love and in peace. Forgiveness is not the absence of anger. Forgiveness is a state of maturity, where bitterness can be let go and our hearts stay light, even while being angry. The key is knowing that feelings never go away, but they can always be managed properly. In this video, we will talk about how to deal with bitterness. Knowing how valuable we are is a major factor to managing bitterness. Why? Because bitterness wastes time. Bitterness will waste our time pondering, plotting, and meditating on how we may get even with that person who hurt us in return. Valuable people don't waste time, even in or with their feelings. We only live on this earth once. We do not have time to waste on anything that is not part of our life's vision. Time is the most precious currency we have, and if we spend it on bitterness, there will be no change. There will be no change to the amount of hairs on our head, neither will it add any days to our life. Instead, it will do the opposite. It will make our hairs fall off at an early age due to stress from bitterness, and it will actually deduct days from our lives if we hold on to it for too long. This is actually scientifically proven by Harvard. Read the article linked below so you can get the full breakdown of what I'm talking about. The more valuable something is, the more protected it will be from unfamiliar hands. When we value ourselves, we protect our peace, our hearts. Now, I am not saying to be so protective over ourselves that we block out the world, that we block out genuine people that would need to be in our lives. But what I am saying is that we need to have a level of protection where we don't allow bitterness to fully take over. Without realizing our goals, it will be harder to find a reason not to stay bitter. Focus is the common theme of life, and bitterness is just another thing that just wants our undivided attention. If we can find ample time focusing on bitterness or who hurt us, it doesn't help. We can also use that same time to focus on a goal. If our goal requires us to be great, then we need to focus our attention on being great. We shouldn't dwell in bitterness, or that will hinder the goal. If someone wrongs me, I simply let the laws of life that Jesus Christ created be the decider of their actions towards me. One of the laws of life is this: we sow what we reap. If someone tries to sow evil in me, they will by default be sowing evil in themselves and for themselves, without me having to retaliate at all. I do not wish evil on anyone. I want everyone to thrive. But this is just how life is created. If we sow unfair treatment to another, we will reap unfair treatment for ourselves. I have the peace to know that I can get on with my life and focus on the seeds that I am sowing in myself, not focusing all my attention on the seeds that people will try and sow in me. One of the ways to deal with bitterness is knowing people are always sowing into themselves. As long as we manage our own hearts, we will be okay. This leads to the next tip on how to manage bitterness. Bitter people normally blame others for why they are always mad and have no peace. If we keep blaming people, we are giving them power over our thought life. We need to be responsible for what we keep in and what we keep out. This requires time. Even if it's 1 day a week, or even just 40 minutes a day, even if it's 10 minutes a day, just shut the door with no distractions. Breathe. Listen to some dreamy chill hop and slowly and intentionally balance the feelings of bitterness from the inside by using the scales of peace. This comes with repetition. The first time we shut the door with no distractions, breathe and listen to some dreamy chill hop, it may seem like nothing has changed. Usually the results of Christ-centered meditation is not realized until faced with the opportunity to get bitter again. In this moment, you will find that it will no longer be a conscious effort, but it will be done without thinking, where bitterness will no longer be the driver of life.